At Project 2025, people also released a manifesto detailing exactly how they're going to take rights away from women. It's called Saving America by Saving the Family, and here's how it's trying to twist reality to push us all back into the 1950s. Let me just read you this quote. Research on intergenerational mobility in the US has identified the fraction of single-parent families in a community as the strongest predictor of a child's chances of rising out of poverty. Even children of married parents do better when they live in communities with more two-parent families, suggesting that family stability yields benefits beyond its own household. See, the information in that quote might actually be true. The problem is they are using that information to draw the conclusion that in order for us to have a healthy society, we need to force men and women to be married and to stay married. When in reality, the vast majority of people do not conceive a child with the idea and the hope and the goal that they will be raising that child by themselves. Most people who on purpose conceive a child want that child to be raised by both parents. So we need to look at why that's not happening. And the reason that's not happening is because men are abusive on a mass level. The reason why divorce rates spiked after women could finally have their own finances is because all of the women who were trapped in abusive marriages with abusive losers, because patriarchy raises men to be abusive in so many different ways, finally had the autonomy to say no, and they did. They escaped those marriages. And now, the Heritage Foundation is openly saying that the reason we don't have a great society is because women can leave abusive marriages, instead of pointing to the very obvious fact that we can see everywhere around us, that the reason families are falling apart is because men are raised to be abusive and also to abandon families after they have impregnated a woman. I get heated because they wrap up the abuse and oppression of women as this nice, beautiful, idyllic situation, and it's not. Women lived miserable lives when they didn't have the opportunity to choose who they spent that life with. Women sacrificed their lives to get out of that situation. They keep saying stable, nurturing families. Like stable and nurturing are the same thing, or that nurturing can be achieved by something being stable, but that's just not how it is. If we raised men to participate in the homes, to be nurturing human beings, to be active fathers, and to understand what that even means, then we would have stable and nurturing families. Not if we took rights away from women.